Okay. Okay. So welcome everybody. Welcome everybody. Welcome everybody. Sometimes get little technology problems. Welcome everybody to today's live speaking class. Welcome everybody wherever you are in the world. Welcome everybody on Instagram. Welcome everybody on Facebook and on the Zoom call as well. Now today, I hope everyone's well. Let me introduce myself. So my name is Leighanne I and I'm a voiceover and speaking coach. If you haven't met me before, that means I do voices for adverts, audiobooks, podcasts, stuff like that. And as a speaking coach, I help people to speak more effectively in whatever line of work they do, whether it's corporate, whether they're doing training or online or wherever it is. Is it looking a bit dark? Don't know. It's only like 3 o'clock, but gosh. Okay, do I look a little bit lighter? Okay, so welcome everybody. It's getting cold in London as well. You can see that I've managed to get out my winter jumpers as well. So I hope everyone's well. You're enjoying your Thursday. It's the first day of October. That means that the clocks are going back soon. Do you know what I'm saying? Good afternoon, Jamal on Instagram. How are you? So welcome everybody. If you have any questions, I'm always going to do the questions and answers just a little bit at the end. So please start jotting them down in the chat. In the chat boxes with any questions. I'm here to answer all the questions. So today, the speaking skill that I'm going to share is all about eye contact. And I know like it's usually like eye contact that we're always talking about, right? But I wanted to go a little bit different because I had a podcast out, number 191. I'm going to talk about it later and I'm going to just share a little bit more rather than just eye contact. I want to take it to a little bit more. So basically eye contact is everywhere, isn't it? You have to give eye contact when you speak to someone at work, at school, at university, even like when you're talking into the camera, because if I didn't give you eye contact, it looks like I'm talking to my phone or looking at my messages. It's just kind of weird, you know, it's just a bit weird. So eye contact is really great if you can do it, maintain, and then don't be weird about it so you kind of freak people out. Eye contact generates trust. It shows that you're listening. It shows interest, things like that. And that's why it's good to have eye contact as well, because it helps the person who you're talking to know that, yes, I'm listening, okay? So it builds trust, confidence. Some people do it a bit weird. Hi, I hope I get your name right. Anu from Russia. Hello. Hi, Anu. Hi, Jamal. Thank you so much for coming on the live on Instagram. Thank you so much. Feel free to ask me any questions. I'm not like a robot. I'll answer the questions right at the end. So eye contact is great, but it can also be terrifying if you're not very comfortable with doing eye contact with people on a continuous basis. But it's one of these skills you've got to really learn. You've got to do it and you've got to be effective in it. So you don't want to be given like staring to people. You want to kind of give eye contact, let the person know that you're listening, that you're engaged in what they're saying. And with eye contact, you need to practice. It's something you need to practice to be comfortable even in yourself. Because if you're not that comfortable doing eye contact, I'd highly suggest you turn on your phone like this, open up a private Facebook group just for you, maybe one of your friends that you trust, and look into the camera and just give yourself that eye contact just to build up your confidence. Ask your friends like, what do they think, etc. But eye contact is something that builds confidence, trust, etc. in the listeners, and you need to be comfortable with it. But that's eye contact, right? And it's a bit annoying when someone like drops their gaze and they're not even looking or listening to what you're saying. Always keep your eye contact with the person who you're speaking to, if it's a small one-to-one. But if it's like a bigger group, like, you know, like for example, if you've got, I know it's kind of different now because you're on Zoom and stuff, so it's hard to know because some people don't look. This is the thing as well, when you're on like the Zoom or the online calls, some people don't, I've got to get that question. Some people don't look into the camera. Some people just look at themselves. And then it's kind of weird for the other people who are looking at you or looking at the camera. It's a bit distracting. So I would always say, If you're just recording for yourself, look into the camera. But if you're in a Zoom call or a conference meeting in this new normal where everything is online, I would say kind of engage all of the viewers, etc. If you can see them on the call, that would probably be a better way to do it in this new normal. But if you're in face-to-face, because I know some people can meet in London, it's like six or less, obviously keeping your 2 meters, you can do eye contact with a smaller group. When it's a bigger group, like 50, 100, you know, all these bigger group conferences when we go back to like party time, what I would say what you would do is just kind of, you look at one person, you're talking, look at one person, and then you hold it on to the other person, then you talk to the other person. That's how you would share the eye contact when you've got larger than just, when it's bigger than a one-to-one conversation, okay? Now I want to talk to you about this, right? I talked about eye contact, yeah? Eye contact builds trust, confidence, etc. But let's go a little bit deeper, because I hope you've been listening to my podcast, you know. I work very hard for it. Okay, my podcast comes out every Tuesday on all the platforms, Spotify, iTunes, Google Music. It's like I don't know, it's like extra, more information, because, you know, I can chat. There's even more stuff going on the podcast, and I've got guests coming, experts. Even I'm learning from them. So if I'm learning from them, I want you to learn from them too. So please listen to the podcast. It's called Leighanne's Voice. It's out on every Tuesday. The one in particular I want to refer to is number 191, when it's me talking to a mega speaker, expert for about 25 years, called George Hendley. Now he talks about this thing, it's not just about eye contact. Now I know you're like, Leighanne, you just said eye contact all the time. Yes, I get it. Yes, eye contact, but go the next stage, a little bit deeper now. It's not just about eye contact, it's about eye connection, which is that much deeper. And that's like holding. So this really works very effective if you're in a conversation with 1 or 2 people. It's really like holding the gaze of the person and really looking into that. It's not in like a kind of crazy like romantic way, not like that, but really looking into their eyes and nodding and agreeing with what they're saying and stuff like that. Really just holding it for that little bit longer than what you do with just eye contact, just trying to make contact, but holding it for a little bit longer than what you normally would do when you're just trying to make eye contact. And that creates a stronger bond, a vibe, an understanding that this person's listening to me, they get me, they understand what I'm saying, and they fully are getting the point that I'm trying to tell them, whether it's about maths or kids or speaking or whatever it is. But I go into much more detail on that on the podcast. So please, if you're watching on the Facebook group, on the Zoom, on Instagram, please go after, not now, after, go onto wherever you listen to podcasts. Go on to the one, it's number 191, and it says a chat with George Hendley. That is the one. That one is for about a good hour. So obviously listen to it for an hour, listen to it for 20 minutes, half an hour. But there's a huge point that he makes. The whole podcast is great. There's a huge point that he makes about not just eye contact, it's about eye connection. And on my IG page, you'll see a post as well where I've got it. It's me and George talking. It talks about eye connection, etc. So even if you haven't got time to listen to the whole podcast, but you need to make time, invest in yourself. Do you know what I'm saying? You don't complain when you've got to pay the mortgage, the rent, the gas. Invest in yourself, invest the time. Okay, so that podcast is really life-changing even for me, because it showed me new ways of thinking about things, of thinking of old topics in new ways. So I really want you to gauge it and just take your speaking to the next level, because I don't know if you notice, in this new normal, right, you've always got to be talking. Somebody wants you on the phone, somebody wants you on a Zoom call, somebody wants you on GoToMeeting. There's video this, video that. Life is all about talking, and if you cannot do it effectively, don't worry, I'm here to help you. There's always room for movement and growth. Do you know what I'm saying? There's always, little by little, day by day, you can do one thing to improve. Now your homework for today, I would say your homework for today is obviously to go on to whatever you listen to your podcast on, Spotify, iTunes, Google, whoever, and look for that podcast, number 191, and it's called A Chat with George Hendley. and you'll see and hear so much stuff in that one. It's also on YouTube, so I'll put the video up on YouTube. If you don't want to just sit down and listen, you can go on my YouTube channel and have a listen. And that has so many points, from 5 key points of speaking, not just eye contact, eye connection and stuff like that. Please, that one is really, 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 really life-changing. Okay, so that's what I really want to talk about today, not just eye contact, eye connection. A little bit tricky now in this new normal, but it can still be done. Okay, now it's time for question and answer time. So I'm gonna grab, right, so I've been given 2 questions. Just 1 minute, Charles. Feel free to have a drink, do you know what I'm saying? Right, so I'm gonna grab, so now question answer time. So I have some questions that I need to answer. All right, the first question is this. All right. Okay, so the question from the Facebook group, right? And those of you who are in my members team, right? Those of you who are in my members team, you have priority. Sorry, that's my alarm. You have priority with questions on my speaking class. Do you know what I'm saying? Because you have invested in yourself and you've invested in me. So let's go for the questions, right? I grabbed the one on Instagram from Jamal. Anu from Russia. Do you have a question, my love? Feel free to just drop it down. Okay, so the first question is this. How many times should you rehearse a speech? Now, there's so many mitigating factors in this one, all right? It depends on where you got to speak, who's the speech for, who's your audience, how long you got to speak for, you know, all these type of things. Now, I'm not really someone who's big into, you know, preparing speeches so huge. I like kind of natural conversations that may follow a guide, etc. So today, yes, I'm chatting my mouth about eye contact and eye connection and stuff. Thanks so much, TT. How do you say your name? Tejala. Thanks so much. Yes. So I am definitely into like natural flow conversations. Even if I'm doing a training or a course, if you looked at any of my courses, you should feel like you're sitting with me in the room. I'm not into this kind of formal, I'm the teacher, you're the student. No, we're hearing this together, like I'm coaching you through, like a coach is right beside you. So I want you to feel like that. Yes, have an idea. Let me answer it this way. Let's go. Ah, nice. Welcome, Tati. Welcome to the live class. So I would say, depends on where you're speaking. If you're going to do a podcast, if you've listened to mine, I know the type of questions that I'm going to ask, but it can just go any way it wants to. So it has a natural conversation. You can't fake out people even when you're speaking. Do you know what I'm saying? You just can't fake people out. So I would say in regards to if you're going to do a speech, if you're going to do a speech for like your university ball or prom, maybe kind of structure out. So, you know, like where you're going to start in the middle, in the beginning, where you're going to go in the middle, and the end and conclusion, like if you have a call to answer. I don't like, you can really hear when someone is just reading off the script. I don't like going to no speech when I'm listening to someone and they're reading off the script. I'm like, love, give me a break, email me the PDF and I read it in my own sweet time, because that is taking a little bit of someone's time. If you're going to just sit there and just read. I'm not here to see if you went to school and you can read. I am here to hear you speak to me, which is a different skill. Okay, so what I really like is, I think, have an idea, have an outline of where you're going, what you're going to say, but rehearse it in your mind, say it out loud, and do it on video, etc. But try and sound as natural as possible, because I always say, like, the best speakers, yeah, they're the ones that make you feel like you're sitting in the front room with them, or the living room, or you're out for a drink with them. It's just you and your friend having a chat. Do you know what I mean? Like when you hear people like Michelle Obama's quite refined, but you do feel like you're sitting down with her having a chat. And Oprah Winfrey, Denzel Washington can be quite formal when he gives a presentation, but you want to feel like someone's with you having a chat, you know, sitting with you. It depends on the situation. If you're giving a eulogy at a funeral, you know, that needs very formal, but rehearse it to a sense that you can be flexible. So that would mean on your phone, having the bullet points. Don't write sentences. If you write sentences, your eyes going to be drawn, and just read. Don't do that. Don't do that at all. always make sure that you really just have a structure in your mind. Have your notes just to prompt and remind you. And if you know your stuff, you know the topic you're talking about, you shouldn't need such to really rely on the notes. Do you know what I'm saying? So keep doing it, keep rehearsing it, but don't read off your note sheets, okay? That's what I would say. Don't sound like a robot. I don't like it. I don't like, other people might like that flow, but I'm not coming here to see if you can read. I know you went to school. Do you know what I mean? I don't like that. I like it when it's a bit more free and easy and just like we're having a chat, but I'm really learning so much stuff when we're chatting at the same time. So that was question number one. How many times should you rehearse? Rehearse it until you feel comfortable. And you'll never feel comfortable, because the whole point is when you go and speak, you always feel nervous, like, oh my gosh. Like even I get nervous. I'm like, whatever, I'm coming out here to talk because I've got something to say. But you're always going to feel nervous when you're going to talk. You think, oh, what's people going to say? Is anyone going to show up on the live? Oh my gosh. You know, all of these little things are just like, they're just like this fake imposter syndrome thing, which I do go and we talk about on a podcast that came out this Tuesday, one with Marissa Bailey Clements. So please, if you ever have negative thoughts in your head, this is why, just a little bit off topic, this is me. This is why some people can't talk effective. There's nothing wrong with their mouth or the vocal cords. The problem is in the mindset. If you don't believe in your own head that you don't sound good, no one wants to listen to you, you're not engaging, that's where the click needs to happen. So please go and listen to this week's podcast with Marissa Bailey Clements, where she talks about how to combat the imposter syndrome. Is it looking dark? Is it looking dark? Okay, so that's where you can go and you can learn about how to combat the imposter syndrome, because that's why some people don't speak effectively, because there's nothing wrong with here, it's all in here. Fix your mind and you'll be able to be very confident when you speak, okay? So that was the first question. That one was just off. That's about, like, that happens all the time whenever I meet people. Like, oh, Leighanne, I don't sound good like you. I don't want you to sound like me. I want you to sound like the best of you, okay? Second question. I'm going to get the other question as well on Instagram too. Second question, right? This came in on the Facebook group. What's the best number of messages to try to communicate when I'm giving a speech? Yeah. Okay. So if you're going to give a speech, whether it's to work or to a small training group, or I don't know, it depends on who your audience is. I think maximum 3. If you can just do 1 or 2, better. Maximum 3, because you know, people don't really want to listen to you. Let me just be honest with you. People don't really want to hear what you say. They want to get the benefit of what you say. Do you know what I'm saying? They want a quick fix. So keep it, as I always say, bold, brief, and powerful. Maximum, if you're going to share a point, do 3 points. Even in this class, I just keep it to like 1 point because of time and stuff like that. And you can always find out more on my page, etc. Keep it to 1 point. Don't go and cha. It's going to confuse people. People only have a small time frame. And if you start going all these different topics, showing off that you're a professor and you're so great, no, because you're going to lose people. And people are sitting there like, I can't wait till this girl finished talking, you know? So keep it maximum to 3 points. That's if you're like quite an eloquent trained speaker, so you can move people through, and you've got to be very distinctive when you say, okay, point 1, give the point. Point 2, give the point. Point 3, give the point. Give the conclusion. You've got to be very clear how you can move people through the talk. I say maximum 3, but they've got to be smaller topics that build onto each other. So it could be one about, say, for example, just the body, head, shoulders and knees, or whatever it is, you know. They got to be relatable topics, and kind of like when you're building or when you're walking upstairs, each one of them builds onto each other. Okay, so that is what I would say. Don't do more than 3. Those are the questions from my Facebook group, because you know, peeps in my members class, they get priority bookings. And there's one more question as well on Instagram. I'm going to check the Facebook room again as well if you answered one more, so I'm going to just go through all the chat. I saw it. Okay, here's a question from Jamal. Okay, everyone listening? Okay, how does one smile with your eyes? That's called smizing. I don't know if you've ever watched what her name, Tyra Banks' show, America's Top Model. Now she says you got to do that. That's when you've got, particularly, no, like now, yeah, when you're wearing a mask, right? You don't know if someone's smiling at you or not. You just don't know. You just got these eyes, and if they've got a fringe, oh, it's a wrap. So how are you going to do smizing? My sister's very good at this. So smizing is with with the eyes. The mouth don't move. So I'm going to try and do it for you. So it's like, do you see? You've got to really squeeze them. Yeah. That would be smiling with the eyes, smizing. That's from, well, I first heard that term on America's Top Model. And that's when you're smiling with the eyes. And that's quite a good thing to do because it shows that the person is engaged, they're enjoying what you're saying, they agree with what you're saying, all of that type of stuff. So that would be smiling with the eyes. So you could smile, but you've really got to just really give the joy from your eyes. It's not an easy thing. You got to you got to practice that one. If you're not really used to like doing photos and all of that type of thing, it's not going to just come, boop, I can smize now. No, it's not going to be so easy. I would say definitely practice it. So you saw me do it earlier. Let me try and do it again. I'm not the queen of smizing. I just like to smile. Just smile normally, like that. So what I would say is do that. Do you see? So smile first if you're finding it hard. So smile first. Do you see? The eyes are still smiling. That's a way how you can do it. Smile first, pull the smile back in, then your eyes will be smiling. I hope that has helped. I hope that was your question there, Jamal. Thank you. Tati, have you got a question? I am a novice teacher. Please, can you tell me where I can get in where can I? Okay, Anil, I am a novice teacher. Please, can you tell me where I can get in contact remotely? Okay, Anil, I hope I'm saying your name right. Anil Karib Zara. Okay, so Anil, you can get hold of me. Feel free to DM me on Instagram, or you can also get hold of me on my website. You ready? You got a pen? You ready? You got a pen? So it's Leighanne at leannesvoice.com. That's my email. You can go onto my profile, right? You'll see the Linktree link, and then you'll get onto my website. But first of all, just DM me on Instagram. I get back to you. I don't have my PA, my executive assistant, Charlotte, on board as yet. Things ain't that nice yet, but I get back to you. It's me. When you message me, it's me. I get back to you. It's me who emails you each week. It's me. It's me. It's me. Okay. So I know. Yeah. Happy to speak to you. If anyone has any more questions, let me before I run. I'm going to do the time soon. So 10, right? I'm just checking the Facebook group if anyone has any questions before I run away. Okay, any more questions? 10, 9. Okay, we're clear here. And anyone in the chat on? I took that question. Yeah, that question was a repeat. Yeah, thank you. That's the one in the Zoom room. So yeah, Anil, give me a thumbs up if you got that. So just DM me here on Instagram, and then I'll get back to you, and you can get my email. You can see my website as well. So while we are talking, Leighanne will try to multitask. There we go. You will get that there. You can find out more from me on there as well, Anil too. So if you have any more questions, I hope I've answered everything. Everybody feels happy. It's Thursday. I've answered everyone's questions. Remember, I come back every Thursday around 3 o'clock London time, just to give you some speaking skills. If there's anything that you want me to share, please feel free to give me the information. Like, Leighanne, can you talk about this, etc. It's got to be about speaking. I'm not just going to sit and talk about EastEnders or all them type of thing. It's got to be about how to speak more effectively. Oh my gosh, one more thing, right? An idea came to my mind today. I was thinking, like, how do you feel like, I'm going to put this out on the group and on my page as well. How do you feel about me having like a 5-day course, right? It'll just be really quick, like how I do the lives. Like me, I was planning, right, on going live 5 days in October, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and just talking about maybe different speaking areas. And it will be, I'll send you the email so you get the link. This is the video for today. You can watch it. You can watch me live, and you can get access to the replay. And then there'll be a little bit of homework. Could be something really quick that you can do in that day, etc. What do you think about it? Let me know. DM me or write in the comments below saying yes, it's a good idea. You would be willing to follow a 5-day course. And I know how it is. Like, do you know what I mean? Because people are killing it with webinar this, 5-day challenge this, and it's just too much. You know what I mean? I understand it's a lot, but I haven't done one before, and I thought that would be a great way to kind of stay connected with people and kind of pace people through. And it's one that you can watch on the live, or you can watch the replay too. So I'm thinking of doing it for 5 days in October. I know it's just the 1st of October. I'm thinking like mid-October, something like that. So yes, thank you, Jamal. Good idea. Okay, yes, definitely. There's one person who's going to watch it with me. Yay! Okay, excellent. So Jamal says it's a good idea. Anyone else agree? Please feel free to DM me, give me comments, email me, etc. I will get back to you. And just let me know what kind of topics you want to talk about, rather than me just kind of think, this one. So I'm going to send out to my people in my email group. If you're not on my email list on the newsletter, oh my gosh, you're missing out. This Wednesday, I dropped some bars. Like, it was amazing, the stuff that I give out. So please feel free to join the newsletter as well. And I will, the newsletter drops every Wednesday, and there's a good one coming out next week. I'm excited. I haven't written it. I know I'm going to talk about it. Don't worry. Just trust me. So yes, I'm thinking of doing a 5-day challenge, which comes into your email. So that means you need to be on the email list, okay, to get that. And so please feel free, everybody, to join up on my newsletter. And it's going to be so great to just drop these kind of 5 days worth of challenge, just 5 days challenge. It's kind of like how we do the speaking class live, but a bit more, because I'm going to be in your face like for 5 days. Do you know what I'm saying? Yes. Okay, so that's it for today. My countdown finished ages ago. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you've got any more questions and I've missed it, I'm so sorry. Please feel free to DM me. Thanks so much for everyone on Instagram, for Jamal, Anur, the Black Business Directory who came on board, the Boost page, Tati. Did I say thank you to everyone? And Newly. Thank you, everyone. If I missed out your name, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I love and appreciate everyone for coming on down and hanging out with me. And I'll see you next week for the live speaking class. So that's it for now. Any questions, please let me know. DM me, comment below under the video if you didn't get the chance to share, or it came to your head after I finish. I will answer you and then try and put the answer in the next video coming up. Okay, so bye-bye for now. Goodbye everyone on Instagram. Bye-bye for now. Thank you so much for coming. It's been great. And bye-bye everybody. Bye-bye everybody in the live room in the Facebook group. Thank you so much. And bye-bye everybody.